Sitting with DJ Turner, wide receiver out of Pitt, John Vogel with the Brawl Network. How are you doing today, DJ?
I'm doing pretty good. Just got done working out at Test. About to head home for the weekend just to go see some family and stuff. So I'm excited about that.
It's always a good time, man, when you got the family involved, right?
For sure.
You have a really interesting story. And when I was writing about you as part of my all versatile team, I really got to uncover that a good bit. And it really starts at high school. It seemed like you were a very, very highly recruited guy until your senior year.
Right.
Was that injury on national television, correct?
Right.
So what? How? Like what? So first off, what was the recruiting process like trying to talk to schools after the injury? And I think the other question I have is, how did you overcome that?
So I wasn't really like that big of a recruit like at first. Like I wasn't really highly recruited at first until till after my maybe like midway after my junior year, just cause size and stuff. And then I committed to Maryland early, and then once that summer hit, I started getting like I got the opening invite. I was about to get the Army All-American game invite, and then after that, like a lot of schools kind of started blowing me up, and like that right like you said, that first game came up. I was hearing from like a lot of SEC schools, a lot of the whole Big Ten was hitting me up, and then the injury happened. So once that happened, like you said, things kind of slowed down. But like the first person I heard from was actually Mike Loxley at Maryland. So that was pretty much a good feeling, just knowing that I had a place at home, like no matter what happened, because it was still a lot of uncertainty with that injury. Like nobody kind of knew how things were gonna play out. But just hearing that from him kind of gave me like a feeling like no matter what any of these other schools say, it's like, all right, you got somewhere you call home, and it just so happens to be for where you grew up too. So it was pretty much it was kind of an easy situation to deal with. It's like all I really had to worry about was just getting healthy and getting back on the field. So.
And Syracuse had a late push too.
Oh yeah, Syracuse kind of came to me late, maybe like a week before signing day. I was just starting to get healthy, and I was actually talking to the coaches, and they were super excited about me. They were just different ways that they planned on using me in the offense, kind of intrigued, like trying to intrigue me, and got me to kind of at least sit down and talk to them about it. But it was kind of hard to get me away from home. Like I wanted my family to be close, and then it's really cold in Syracuse, New York too. So.
Yeah, you're not kidding about that. That's for sure. So let's knock out this tough question out of the way. When I was first getting into media, when I first started doing, college and NFL football,
right.
Your story with airsoft guns back in Maryland broke. And I remember thinking like, wow, like it didn't strike me as something that was terrible, but it was more childish.
Right.
But at the same time, like somebody actually did that.
Right.
I know that the NFL's asked you a little bit about it. And I know that this is kind of a concern because, like the NFL is going to look into everything that you've done and everything that you do. How do you answer their concerns when they come to you?
I just be as honest as possible. Like I was a freshman in college, young, didn't really think too much about consequences and things that come with your actions. Like I was kind of just thinking for myself, trying to live in the moment at the time. Just made a very dumb mistake. I knew I was wrong the moment it was like as soon as I kind of finished doing what I was doing, I knew it was wrong, but I didn't quite understand like that the impact it could have on me or other people the people that were affected by it as well. So now looking back at it, like we all make mistakes, especially when we're young and kind of ignorant. So it's like I said, like I was saying, it's easy to kind of talk about it. 'Cause I don't have nothing to hide about it, but like I said, it was just a mistake. We all make them, we all learn from them, and that was probably the biggest thing from that. Just trying to learn from that mistake and make the most of it, and kind of turn it out to be like turn it out to be a good situation, and that's something that kind of hurts my career or me maturing as a man. So
let's fast forward to 2020. and the Big Ten cancels the football season in August, and
Right.
you start looking for somewhere else to go. In Pitt, you had a lot of people that you knew. So, what school ended up being better for you when you compare Maryland or Pitt? Which one was better? Which one did you like going to better? And which one better prepared you for the NFL?
I would say because I spent 4 years at Maryland. Like I said, it's my hometown school, so being at home was always great. Being 15 minutes away from my family, I could go see them whenever I wanted. That was always great. But just from the football standpoint, I would definitely say Pitt. They it just it's just like a better football environment. Just well, I don't know if oh yeah, it's just like a better football environment. Just um everybody there is like super locked in. It's like even just the city of Pittsburgh alone. Like I don't know if you ever been to Pittsburgh, but like everybody Steelers fans, they show a lot of love to the hometown teams, and it's just a great place to be. And then the offense we were running was a little bit better fit for me, and for me to kind of show my skill set and show how versatile I am. Coach Whipple, I mean, he coached in the pros for some time, and just kind of making that transition from college to pros, like it's kind of the same terminology now. Looking at what I'm gonna have to learn at the next level, it's kind of all the same thing. So it's not like I have to kind of start fresh, like how I probably would have had to do leaving Maryland. So I think my time at Pitt was a little bit better just to experience that alone. So, and I mean, we a little bit better. I think we always had a lot of talent at Maryland, but we never been able to kind of put together like a winning team. I feel like at Pitt we definitely had a better chance of kind of doing that, and there's a lot of talent there as well too.
So, what is your favorite route to run?
I would say inside fade. We call it big box fade, or I don't know. I'm not sure. Like I know we call it something else at Maryland too, but just especially against like man coverage, like whether the defense is in nickel personnel or down personnel. So I feel like it's always a mismatch because the nickels aren't always like the fastest guy or the best covering guy, especially like if they leave a sandbacker out there. It's kind of easily a mismatch where I'm literally begging for the route, like no matter what situation it is. So yeah, that'll probably be my favorite route. But I like all the routes on the route tree. I feel like I could run any route for real. So
Who was the best defender you went against in your college career?
Best defender. Like, does it have to be like a defensive back, or can it?
It could be anybody.
I gotta. Let's see, I'm not even sure. I mean, this past year, I'm not sure. I'm not even sure their names anymore. But the two corners from Miami, they're both young. I think they were both sophomores last year, but they were both really good. They kind of surprised me from I mean, I knew they were good when I watched them on film, but just lining up against them, it was like, all right, these guys can play. And then the way they kind of ran their defense, like everything was like outside technique, and a lot of our routes was like mandatory outside release. So it's like we literally had to fight to get out there and try to make something happen. So I feel like like I said, I don't remember the names, but both of those corners are pretty good.
Your biggest game was against Virginia Tech, right?
Yes, sir.
15 catches, your ACC Player of the Week, Offensive Player of the Week. Talk a little bit about that game. What clicked that day for you?
To be honest, our other leading receiver, Jordan Addison, he was out that week with COVID, so he was our guy in the slot. So once he went out, I knew going into the week, like, all right, I'm probably gonna have to play in the slot, which is where I feel more comfortable. And with our offense last year is where a lot of the targets go to as well. So literally that week I knew I was going to have a good game. And then I remember the night before the game, I was talking to Coach Narduzzi. It was senior night too. It was kind of an emotional night for everybody, even me, because I mean I know it probably hit a little different with the seniors that's probably been in Pittsburgh for 4 years and this their last game at Hines. But I mean it still hit different because it's like, all right, this might be my last home game as a college football player. But it was kind of emotional, and I talked to Coach Narduzzi, and he was like, "Man, I need 200 plus from you tomorrow." And I just knew. I was like, Coach, I promise. I'm gonna make that happen. Like, it really wasn't any doubt in my mind about it. So, hold on, I'm trying to get this back. Oh yeah. So I didn't have any doubt in my mind. So like even leading up to the game, like it was just something I felt good about it. Like I tried to kind of stay real even kill. I didn't try to work myself up because I mean I feel like I play better when I'm just loose and having a good time. And then once the game got started, I think maybe by the second drive, I think I had like 6 catches. So I was just like, yeah, this is gonna be a good one. So, and it turned out to be a real big one. So,
What do you think is your biggest strength?
I mean, just definitely how versatile I am. Like I'm built like a running back. I can actually play running back. And then I can also play. I feel like I'm most comfortable in the slot. And then just this past year, was my first year actually playing on the outside at the Z or the X. So I feel like you can move me around anywhere in the offense, and then also I got my special teams. Like I'm a very good returner, punt returner, kick returner, and I also go down and run down on as a gunner too on punt team or a guy on kickoff team that go down and make a tackle as well too. So just I feel like I can make plays in different positions, different spots, different areas of the game that a lot of people aren't willing to do. So I think that's probably the biggest thing for sure.
What are you working on the most right now with your game?
So I mean, a lot of the stuff we're doing is like testing wise, but just being when it comes to football, just being a better overall receiver. Like not just a guy that's kind of like because of my body, the way my body's shaped, that's like stuck in a slot. Like I want to be somebody that could motion outside and go against number one corners, like and still be able to win and make. I'm sorry, and still make plays. So just working on the little things that kind of make you a good receiver and not just like an average one. And I mean that's pretty much the biggest thing right now. Just trying to work on that for sure.
What are your plans before the draft in terms of working out? What are you doing to prepare for the draft?
Just right now it's just like literally all speed work. Like I was kind of making a joke about it, like how it feels like we're training for a track meet more than a football game, because I mean that's like the biggest thing at like pro days and stuff like that is your 40 and your shuttle and all that stuff. So just trying to be at a comfortable weight where I can feel fast and still like be able to be the player that I am. And then just the same thing. I'll still be up here in New Jersey training at test all the way until the draft day. So basically the same routine I'm on now.
All right. So one last question for you about that. Where's your 40 time at right now, if you don't mind me asking?
So all right. I mean, it's not between me and you, but we literally just tested on Monday, and that was actually because I was supposed to run a 40 the first day I got here, but my hamstrings were a little tender, so I decided not to, just to stay healthy. But I actually clocked at 4.42 twice on the laser on Monday, so hopefully we can get that down in the 4.3s and then surprise a lot of people. So
yeah, if you go out there and run anything under a 4.4, man.
Yeah, I was just talking to my agent about that today, so hopefully.
Through this process, DJ, I'm wishing the best for you. You know, you got a fan over here in me, outside of not an analyst, but I really think it's going to be good for you. I think this is going to be a lot of fun, and I'm looking forward to seeing what your career ends up, where it goes, and what ends up happening to you.
I appreciate it, bro. Thank you for giving me this opportunity.
Yeah, thank you for taking the time. I appreciate it a lot.
Nah, no problem, bro.